Did you know that you can't use all of your electrical devices when you travel, even if you have an adapter? And if you try to use the wrong device, not only can you ruin it, you can cause electrical failure or even a fire. I'm Hillary. I'm an avid solo traveler. Some of you know me from my TikTok, The Destination Damsel, and I got a lot of requests to move that information over here to YouTube. So that's what we're going to do. We're doing a video series on some of the most common travel questions that people might be afraid to ask. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit more detail over here at YouTube, try to answer some of the questions that I've either gotten in the comments or by direct message. So let's go to travel school. Don't worry, there's not going to be a test. Actually, I take that back. The test is going to be not starting a fire when we're on vacation. Okay, first we have to learn about voltage. Don't worry, I'm not going to get overly complicated. Just think of voltage as the amount of electrical pressure that you need to turn something on, okay? There are parts of the world, like most of the North American continent, that uses 120 volts for our electrical appliances, except for things like ovens and clothes dryers. And then there are other parts of the world that use 240 volts. So if you try to plug a device in that's meant to handle 120 volts into an outlet that gives 240 volts, well, you're going to cause some problems. So here's a map of the parts of the world that use different voltage. I didn't make it, I just got it off of Google. Now there are two ways that will allow you to use a device both with 120 volts or 220/240 volts. They can either be dual voltage or you can use a voltage converter. So how do you know if your device is dual voltage? Well, let's look at some of my devices. So this is my hair straightener. You can see it's written right in there. Looks like this. Now that says it is 120V/240V, meaning I can plug this in either area of the world just using an adapter and it'll work just fine. Now Dyson products are not dual voltage. So let's look at my Airwrap, or one of them, should I say. So this is my American Airwrap, and it is only 120 volts. It's written on a tag attached to it. Now, I love my Airwrap, and I travel a lot, so I actually own a second one that only works with 240 volts. I know, it was kind of a bratty move, but I use it all the time. Now, most chargers, phone chargers, iPad chargers, things like that, they are dual voltage, but you'll want to double check. Just look directly on the block. You can see it's written right there. That one's good to go. Can use that in either area, just need a travel adapter. Now, travel adapters can vary based on where you're going, so you'll need to look up the specific requirements of wherever you're traveling to because there are a lot of options. But if your device is dual voltage, you can just plug it directly into the adapter and then into the wall, you're good to go. Let's talk about voltage converters. So this is a voltage converter. I can plug this into an outlet that's 220 volts and it will bring down the power enough to allow me to power some things that are 120 volts. But a lot of voltage converters do not work with things like hair straighteners, hair dryers, coffee makers. I'm pretty sure vacuum cleaners are on there. I don't know why you're traveling with your vacuum cleaner, but I'm not here to judge. Maybe you need your vacuum cleaner. Now, there are higher powered voltage converters that will work with those items, but they will specifically state that you can use them with hair tools or whatever appliance. So if that's why you are buying it, make sure it says that. Now, this one is by BESTEK. It does not work with hair appliances. My DSLR camera charger is not dual voltage, so that's why I carry it with me. I also like having the extra outlets and the extra USBs. Now, my biggest complaint about it is it makes a buzzing noise. It's not super loud, but on one of those nights where I'm having trouble sleeping, it bothers me. Let's recap. Okay, first, you need to know the voltage where you live, and you need to know the voltage where you're going. Then check all the devices that you're going to take with you, and if everything's dual voltage, all you need are travel adapters. But if something is not dual voltage, you may be able to use a voltage converter, or you need to leave it at home. Again, I'm Hillary. I'm the Destination Damsel here and over on TikTok. If you learned something today, please like and subscribe. But for now, class dismissed.